Hi everybody, it's Cheryl from Yikes, I'm a Chicken Mom, and wanted to get a video of the girls, 8 weeks old. They're definitely not chicks anymore, but honest to goodness chickens. And to celebrate their 2-month birthday, their birthday present arrived, and it is a grandpa's turkey feeder. And you can see how they are using it. And we put it out here this morning before I went to work. And we've got it in this stage 1 training phase where the lid, let me show you this lid. This lid is locked into position. It won't move. And they're stepping on that treadle to get there to get them something to eat. And they're getting used to stepping up there and the feel of it and having something over their head while they stick their head in there and eat. And it'll stay like that for about a week. And I know they're little, and I'll probably stay at the stage 2 level. Whoop! That was Esther jumped up here and pecked the phone to say hi. I don't know if that caught on the camera or not. I was busy looking over at the feeder. But stage 2, see stage 1. Let me show you right here. Oh, it's been christened. I see we got poop right there. But see this screw right here? That's stage 1, and that keeps this thing from the roof thing from moving. And then at week 2, this screw will move down to here. And when that happens, when they step on the treadle, see the Easter egger is in there, eating right now. When that happens, then that lid there will move a little, just enough that they'll get used to the motion above their head. And I will probably leave it at that level, probably for, well, until they're big enough that one of them can step up on that treadle and the lid will come up to eat. Because right now, I don't think they're heavy enough to trigger it. So I don't want to cause them any injury, so I'm just going to let them get used to it, let them eat out of it. But the whole idea of it, and I'm sure many of you have heard of this grandpa's feeder, is to help deter rodents. That's, if I can cut them off at the pass in any way, shape, or form, I want to do it. So what happens is when this thing is fully functional and at the point where they're fully trained to use it and they're heavy enough, when they step on that treadle, the lid opens. It's like a piano lid. It will raise up. And when they get off the treadle, it will close. So, and they have to be a heavy enough weight, like the weight of a rodent isn't enough to trigger it. And I've been out here tonight just trying to watch and take note of who's eating, because as soon as they are all eating out of it, well, the baby feeder over there is going away, because that thing, I fill it up twice a day, and they dump it twice a day. So it's time to go. So that's the birthday present, and so far, so good. I've been watching them eat out of it. And the new big girl water, they're really liking that. And my plan is, though, of course, once the run is complete, I'm not planning on leaving food and water in here. It's going to go out into the run. But for now, they're kind of stuck in here while we're getting the run built. And they seem to be perfectly happy in here. They're perfectly content. So I'm real happy about that. So far, my chicken experience has been a really good one. I didn't know what to expect. If you ever watch any of my earlier YouTube videos before I even had these girls, I was contemplating getting chickens and planning for it and thinking about it. And that chronicles my thought process about getting chickens. And watch what. Here, let's take a look at Esther. She's up to no good down there. She bites my pant leg. And pulls, see, so she shakes it like a dog. These girls are so funny. Oh, and let me show you what my husband's done with the window. I don't know if I've mentioned it before or not on any of my videos, but I have rheumatoid arthritis in my hands, and it's so bad that I have a hard time with mobility with my hands. So I told my husband one of the main goals of this chicken coop is I want to be able to take care of it myself. I want to be able to operate the windows and the pop door and their food and just everything about it. I want to be able to do it myself. I want to be independent and able to care for them. So here's what he's come up with for the window, which I really like. As you can see, it's hinged from the top with the hardware cloth over it. So what he did today is, there we go. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to show you without stepping on anybody down at my feet. See that piece of board right there? That is just like a little airplane propeller that turns. Let me see if I can do it with one hand. Yeah, see, look, I can operate that. That holds the window up. And now I'm letting the window down. And then he's got just this little scrap piece of board here that turns to close it. And I was able to do it all by myself. And I'm really tickled about that. So I think I'm wanting to add another little scrap on the other side. And you can see the sunlight coming through. We still need some little trim up to keep the drafts out before winter comes. But for now, it keeps the rain out. And raining it is here in Ohio today. It's been like a downpour all day. All right, I'm going to put this back up. A little stuffy in here. So I just turn it and raise it up. And there we have it. All with one hand. I'm tickled. You know, at a certain point in life, it's the simple things that mean everything, isn't it? So I am just tickled to death with that. Just tickled with it. Really happy. And that was too, and I'm going to show you again, I've probably seen it before, but that was the whole purpose of that clean out chute there. It's got the little doors on it, I told you before, like they're like French doors on the outside that prop open so that I can clean the floor of the coop out easily from the outside. And just push all the litter up to it and go around the other side and pull it on out into a wheelbarrow. And then his idea was to build a frame with 1/2-inch hardware cloth on it. And it gives them, the chickens, a great view to the outside world. There's their view up there to the woods. And they like to lounge around in front of that and enjoy the view. Plus, it's a great source of ventilation, which I'm always tickled with. And this, I think that, what he did there with that clean out door is my very favorite thing about the whole coop. And last night was another red letter day. And what happened is, down in this corner of the coop, all 7 chickens roosted on the coop, or on the board, without me having to come out here and physically move them. And as you can see, we had to put up a little piece of board right here, because what was happening, this little gal here, my beautiful Agnes the Australorp, she likes the end, and she was getting crowded into that end so much so that her whole body was back behind that 2x4, and her poor little head was all that would stick out. So my husband graciously put this little piece of board up so that they could not get smashed. So then what happened is I came out to check on them, and I had 2 chickens roosting right up here, which scared me to death because so easily they could have fallen right down in there between this board and the outside. So I stuffed some 2x4 scraps in there to keep that from happening. It's always something. I'm telling you, it's kind of like kid-proofing a house. You think you've got it licked, and they find another way to outsmart you, and that's exactly what happens. I'm curious to see if Beulah the Barnevelder, the little gal there drinking out of the water, will eat out of this feeder. I have not seen her do that yet. I think, and I don't think I've seen Opal eat out of it, the Orpington there yet either. So I'm really out here to observe and see how they're doing, what's going on. But you can see how big they are. I mean, like I said, they are truly chickens now, I think. Of course, to me, they're all... I don't have anything to compare to of my own. So, but of course, I'd be perfectly happy if they stayed this size. I mean, I think they're just so cute at this size. They're easy for me to handle. I'm going to be curious to see how it goes as they come into adulthood and how I'll be able to handle them. But I'm looking forward to it. I've really enjoyed having these girls. Way more than I ever thought I would. It's just so peaceful to come out here and be greeted by them and be welcomed into the coop as one of their own. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but it's really rewarding to be trusted by God's creation. And I got to tell you, Rooster Daddy, he says, he'll call me at work after he gets home, and he says, I went out to check on the girls, and they all came running to meet me. I think he's falling in love, too. And in this case, I really don't mind. I just really... Okay. You got to see this. I'm going to turn the camera around if I can.